What is going on, guys? MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends Champion Spotlight video. Today I want to talk about Sir Nicholas. We have the event ending this morning, so I want to congratulate you if you did pull him. Had him, maybe you're going to learn a few things about this champion. If you don't have him, you get to see an amazing champion and what he can actually do. First, let's start off. He's a Sacred Order Legendary, health-based, and his A1 freezes the target. This debuff cannot be resisted, meaning he doesn't need accuracy. A2 attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield is equal to 30% of the damage inflicted. His A3 have a 4-turn unkillable and continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns, and he has a HP aura for all battles. For his masteries, I gave him Helm Smasher for this video, one-shot build. I did choose Lasting Gifts just for the chance of extending the continuous heal. Cycle of Magic, reduce a cooldown, low chance but still fine. Turn meter increase when a buff disappears. So nothing huge on the support side, all pretty much just quality of life changes. Let's go over how I geared this champion. Total stats, we have 90,000 health, 1700 attack, 2100 defense, 172 speed, 97 crit rate, 248 crit damage, and the rest doesn't matter. Now, as we can see, Sir Nicholas, first of all, is one of the coolest looking champions, I think. Awesome sword. He's got the antlers coming off the back. You'll love to see it. So now, where can this guy help you? Where does he really shine in the game? Let's first go to probably best showcase of what his shield can do. That is in a spider run. Now that we have this, let's go ahead and toss him in here. This is going to be really cool to see. We'll go 1-time speed. Starting off with Dracomorph, defense down and weaken. It's the Septimus A2. Hard hitting, you love to see it. Now, take a look at how big this shield is. We have calculated this on stream when I was building this champion for this video. So just watch and look at how big the shield value is. Look at everyone's health now. And now look at everyone's health. This shield, from the math someone did on stream, is about 360,000. I mean, absolutely insane. Obviously, the fact that he gets to hit all of these targets, adding the damage up. I gave him a one-shot build with Helm Smasher. Regardless, this is just absolutely insane, and you really love to see it. It really shows you how his kit can shine in the scheme of things. So outside of Spider, you want to get the most value out of him in Spider. You do want to make him a bit faster than the rest of the group. You can use this shield to let your Cold Hearts survive, Royal Guards survive. Once the shield is used, he will then use his unkillable. So this is kind of like a 2-in-1 benefit for you as the player. But not only can he sustain the first wave of attacks from the Spiderlings for your not as healthy damage dealing champions, he will also apply the unkillable buff on his next turn, further extending the survivability of your entire team. Another cool thing you can do with Sir Nicholas is you can actually farm 12-6. Now, if you wanted to do this the most efficient way, you would want him to be at about 190 speed. This run, if I remember correctly, is going to take about a minute long. So I would highly recommend you giving him some sort of damage build. You can get away with building him tanky, but I don't recommend it. It's going to make your runs take a lot longer. He's not going to die. He's a very tanky champion, but that's just what I would recommend. He is a fantastic champion if you have him to progress through the campaign. He makes the last stage, 12-7, with the Mortu Macabre, very easy to get through. I know a lot of people struggle with his parallel ability, one-shotting people. The unkillable buff on this champion, if you make him fast enough with another damage dealer, is awesome. So definitely something to keep in mind if you did just get this champion or you do have him. As we can see there, 47 seconds, not terribly fast, compared to Ignatius, who did it in 17 seconds, but it is still doable if Nightmare Campaign is somewhere you want to farm or gaining experience on champions. Now, outside of Dungeons campaign, you can also use him in the arena. He is a fantastic arena champion if you build him for damage. As you can see here, he makes pretty easy work out of other champions. He doesn't do a ton of damage. He does a lot of damage, but the reason why I say he doesn't do a ton is the value of his kit is more along the lines of being able to sustain. That's very key to know for Sir Nicholas. If you do want to use him in the arena, it's key that he does sustain throughout the fight. He offers the unkillable buff, a heal to everybody, shield. You have Rhodos. Rhodos is pretty much everywhere in the arena meta. Any shield buff you can give to Rhodos prevents him from getting 2-shot from champions, so that can be very strong. Now, if you build him with too much damage, it's likely he's going to proc an enemy Rhodos passive where they get a turn, and from there that Rhodos can just start going crazy on your team, so you do have to be careful when building him. Prior to the Rhodos meta, where we have like a single target burst meta going on here, when it was more AoE oriented with Ray being more common, Skull Crown being a very common damage dealer, Sir Nicholas with a lot of health, a lot of defense in a stalwart set was absolutely fantastic in the arena. It was very strong. You could sit, this was before platinum, so you could sit at the top of gold. Pretty much nobody can touch you. He was so tanky. He dealt damage. As mentioned before, it doesn't need accuracy to freeze targets. So there was also a synergy there with any counterattack you have on your team and Torment as well. He's already providing that freeze to the enemies. So these are things to consider when going forward. You do have Sir Nicholas pretty much giving you options on what you can do with him. Sir Nicholas is also a powerhouse in the faction wars. As you can imagine, anybody with an unkillable buff, the ability to do damage, cycle through cooldowns, absolute MVP in faction wars. So I highly recommend, if you have him, get him geared instantly. His books are pretty valuable, but you can absolutely get away with not fully booking him. It's more important if you want to use him in Clan Boss, fully book him. In most other content, it's not make or break if you have to wait a few extra turns to use his cooldowns. Obviously, this can change. A lot of factors do have a role with that comment, but as we can see here, so far in this auto stage 20 faction war, Sir Nicholas plays an absolutely huge role with the amount of damage he does, the utility he brings to the team, so on and so forth. I already know right off the bat someone's going to say, why are you using Juliana in faction wars? I have used her from the start. She is a perfect fit for the team I'm running. So, quick tip that's off topic, if you do have Juliana, I highly recommend using her. Alright, so as you can see, now that we finished that run, Sir Nicholas actually pulled just shy of top damage, second to Abyss. Going back to my point before, awesome support champion, carried the heals in the team, did the second most damage with this damage build, so really cool champion overall. The only other thing I want to mention with Sir Nicholas before I end this video is, if you want to use him for Clan Boss, you can definitely use him at a 4 turns to a 3 Clan Boss turn cycle, to where his unkillable buff is always up for the double AoE. It's going to be harder to align the stun if you are doing this, so keep that in mind when using him. Definitely a great champion for anyone early to mid game, or if you're using one of the variations of the unkillable teams with him, you can build him with high damage. You don't have to focus too much on health like I did here. You can pretty much go crit rate, crit damage, as much health as you can get, plus whatever speed you need. It will be an absolute asset to any Clan Boss team you throw him in, as long as he fits with the rest of the team's synergy. Alright guys, that's it for my video today. Hopefully you enjoyed this Sir Nicholas Champion Spotlight. I look forward to the next champion spotlight I'm going to be doing is going to be Mashald after his rework, which is going to be sooner than you think. Thanks a ton for watching. Thanks for all the support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell if you enjoy these videos. Until next time, peace out, guys.